Christmas anthems.
The situation is very dangerous, and I'm afraid the government will suppress the students.
是两者都有，因为我觉得更重要的是，因为摇滚乐不可能离开社会，以社会交流，而且以现实的社会交流。如果离开这个话，就不成就一个时代的，或者说没有完全没有流行的精神，所以说只能是一种单纯的小范围的艺术，所以那个不是摇滚乐。所以真正的我们搞的音乐是要与社会产生平行的那种发展的那种机会，不太好解释，非常的清，但我觉得更重要的是我们去做，因为我们是干这个的，我们不是搞政治的，我们去做这件事儿，我们做这件事里面能包含什么东西，或者说能去解释什么东西，是从做的方法里去解释。如果让我单纯的从语言去说清楚的话，我觉得比较危险，而且也没有必要，而且会给很多人去引向别的纯理论性的东西，这种探讨没有什么意思。所以我比较注意，演出完了以后让人评论音乐会到底是什么样就是什么样，它能给带来什么东西。
众人之徒，施法力，擒他妖魔，任天平。众神将我在任。
这是最后一场了，最后一场。
For many months after June the 4th, no rock concerts were allowed. Then Sui Zhen's offer to raise 1 million yuan for the Beijing Asian Games was accepted by the authorities, and the band set off on a nationwide tour. To promote the concerts, they made a video of another of his best-known songs called Rock on the New Long March. The song dwells on the heroic phase of the Chinese Revolution and looks forward to the renewal of that idealism. Local TV stations refused to transmit the video.
从新长征，因为一个老的长征，你完全可以比喻它是一个政治上的一个大的举动。如果你把政治看得再小一点的话，或者你自己再跳到另外一个角度去看这个新长征的话，你觉得每个人都在完成自己的一个事业或者一个理想的过程当中，其实上也是在完成自己的人生，完成自己的为人。不是，我觉得应该人不断的去寻找自己。我真的没想到，我在台上的这种演出的这种方法能够得到这么理解沟通，没有想到，他们好像明白我们这个社会，明白自己在需要什么，明白他自己应该怎么样去找到一些方法去表现自己。
就是摇滚乐，我就说摇滚乐的形式是西方来的，这个它肯定不是中国传统的啊，但是注入在摇滚乐里边呢，又加着我们中国的一些感情里边的里边所应该有的一些感情啊，或者一些思想等等在里面注入在里面。从这次演出感觉那种状态呢，可能很多人讲不清是什么样一种状态能使他们那么激动，但是它可能来自于一种生理，从来没有过那种。从生理上那种迸发出一种东西，就是压抑的东西。他当时就是音乐嘛，就是音乐给予他那种刺激，他让他那个兴奋起来。真正摇滚乐它将起的作用，可能在未来看来，它将对中国的文化能起到一个相当大的一个推进作用。
感谢成都的姑娘，下面唱的这首歌献给成都的姑娘。
The success of the tour was assured, but after the 4th concert at Chengdu in central China, the authorities announced that in order to prevent social chaos, the tour was suspended. Sui Zhen's new long march had met another obstacle.
你们的勇气也属于你们自己。
这种障碍，我觉得是，如果单纯的说是官方的话，我想，也可以这么说。作为一个在政府工作的人员，他们肯定有长期的影响。他们首先要想到自己，看我们自己是否要做的每件事都去让他们敏感的事儿了。如果我们现在，我们也可以完全不让他们做敏感，我们可以老老实实的写音乐、唱歌，像很多人一样，很多唱歌的人一样，他们就知道去赚钱。是要怎么样去生活？然后那样的话，我们也没有什么风险。看我们自己对我们自己的要求。
第二节公务推掌，注意向左向右，腰要转过去，腰坐好。好，报名。1、2、3、4、5、2、3、4、5、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22、23、24、25、26、27、28、29、30、31、32、33、34、35、36、37、38、39、40、41、42、43、44、45、46、47、48、49、50、51、52、53、54、55、56、57、58、59、60、61、62、63、64、65、66、67、68、69、70、71、72、73、74、75、76、77、78、79、80、81、82、83、84、85、86、87、88、89、90、91、92、93、94、95、96、97、98、99、100、101、102、103、104、105、106、107、108、109、110、111、112、113、114、115、116、117、118、119、120、121、122、123、124、125、126、127、128、129、130、131、132、133、134、135、136、137、138、139、140、141、142、143、144、145、146、147、148、149、150、151、152、153、154、155、156、157、158、159、160、161、162、163、164、1 还原。
因为崔健本身呢，小的时候很跑，但是呢爱唱歌。以后呢，他12岁、13岁这个时候就学吹小号。我是过去一直搞这个 plus band， 就是军乐，搞整个管乐队的。
吹小号。
我那时候我吹小号，主要是崔健很小的时候开始，恐怕受家庭一些熏陶的话，那个时候影响比较大一些。
不是，这主要吃面条。
有点夸张了。
但是呢，这个摇滚乐刚开始在家庭反映出来的时候，我觉得我都接受不了。但是现在呢，由于这个父子关系啊，或者是家庭关系啊，他总觉得比别人还是在这方面可以理解的。如果真正的让我们这个年纪要喜欢他，那还是比较难的。
不是照，就是他生活。别看了，这吃饭呢，好像我干嘛似的，还喂我似的。No more, no.
Back in Beijing, Sui Jian, in an inventive response to the suspension of the tour, asked his manager to try and arrange a private concert.
我们4月30号准备办一个 party， 对，不是干涉，是他们有点紧张，就是崔健演出的效果，他们比较主要困难还在公安局这一方。前段时间有个规定，就是不允许搞150人以上的那种小聚会。我们这次活动大概得有500-600人，400-500人吧参加，所以说要做一些工作。哎，这是那个。
The manager's search takes him to a restaurant in Beijing's diplomatic quarter, which has a large basement disco.
那请坐。
哎，那天老张来，老张没事来啊，没事，来吧。
下午这样，他说呢，如果你有手续的话呢，没有什么太大的意见。
是哪方面手续？
就是你不是说能拿一个张百发的那个？
要如果没有上拿，其实是亚运会的呢。
亚运会的我估计也可以。
对，是等于是个官方办的，实际上就这么个意思。
你或者你这样，你明天，因为我今天下午一直都比较忙，朱子跟我说了一句，他说还可以进行的，我说你明天来一下，我问一下，跟他了解一下详细情况。
OK， 当人们固定一个理想的时候，人在某些东西是忍受不了的，是不愿意，是在某些情况是 要骗自己，要维护自己的最初的一种理想。但是我觉得更重要的是，并不是，我觉得更重要的是应该对某件事的反应。当碰到遇见什么事的时候，发现我们自己一方面可以是完成理想，当发现完成不了的时候，我们要有什么办法去做另外一件事，去满足自己。人的思想应该比任何东西都自由，在任何一个压抑的情况下，人的思想都能够找到一种自由的出路。
天是你有一块红布，蒙住我双眼，也蒙住了天。你问我看得到什么？我说我看见了幸福。这个感觉真让我舒服，它让我忘掉我没的路。你问我爱在想什么？我说要上哪里的看不见你，也看不见路，我的手也被你抓住。你问我还要去何方？我是要上你的，而我卡住了你不是的，就像天一样这寒冷。我卡住了你身上有着，因为你的手是了我，这个感觉真让我。让我忘掉我没的路，你问我爱在想什么？我是要上你的。我不能走，我也不能哭，因为我最知道你生的残酷。我要永远这样陪伴着你，因为我最知道你。 看着人不是皇帝，但是自己已经干了。回家就算真的背叛了你，如果因为我自己哪里？我双眼都蒙住了的，你问我看得了什么？我说我看见了星。
不能说是一个艺术，因为艺术这个概念，在我的概念里可能已经和很多人不太一样，因为我认为在中国的很多艺术就是有很高的技术，有很深奥的想法。有很与众不同的东西，这就是艺术家。但是我想我们搞的东西可能含这种东西，但是我觉得我从根本上我不认为它是一个与众不同的东西。正相反，我们要仔细的去寻找，去发现自己有什么地方是跟所有人一样的，能够代表他们的。中国的文化首先是在承受一切东西，完全在承受的过程当中去接受另外一些新的东西，另外一些反应。我觉得这是比较中国特殊方法。
The interaction between the old and the new is underway. Sway Gen's Nothing to My Name has already been absorbed into popular culture.
摇滚，我觉得音乐是只不过是一个人在生活当中需要的一个东西而已，需要的一种 一种形式而已。但是在目前来说，每个阶段都有它最需要的东西。也许我现在发现，因为摇滚乐能够作为最直接的一种桥梁，去告诉你别人在想什么，或者告诉你是否我能代表你去想一些事儿。
在那条出去这个道路上，别来找我这非得你的，因为我的别的就没有干，给我的手，给我的血，换上我的指路的一路人，让我哭不会让我笑啊，让我的世界傻傻的人。再就没有他，晚上我就觉得傻傻的，因为我的再就没有他，晚上我就觉得傻傻的。我就没他的神，却感觉不到西北风的强烈。不知道会是受伤还是跑着，我为了别的都没有了。给我的世界开出造业，给我的爱换了我世界。反正我哭了，该不会让想法，反正我的世界傻傻的。让我在这里傻傻的。
我觉得现在是这样，因为现在这个中国的这个文化这个历史很悠久，文化也很悠久，也很丰富。但是现在我们的整个方向就像一条河没有出口一样，但是又在运动，但是又不知道去向什么方向。也就像我们这条河，我们现在没有缺口，我们 们找个地方把这条河放出去，跟大家跟海，跟全世界去共同交流。我觉得这样的文化才真正代表一种是人的文化，并不能单纯的去强调它是中国的，是一个区域性的东西。我觉得在任何社会里，文化都是社会发展和社会动态的基础。任何一种东西，甚至经济表现的东西，也在某些方面表现的是一种文化。我觉得最主要的作用就是西方文化能够影响中国去发展，就真正的从物质上、从经济上，还有从解释自我的这种方面上。从文化上的一些影响的话，我觉得中国人如果有能力的话，就是应该在抵住一些不好的东西去。如果说单纯的物质能够解释人生的话，那恐怕世界就很简单了。也许我们家就都去有钱啊，都去发财。我想那样的话，那就很简单了。但是我想不是，有很多人在认为一个单纯的物质是满足不了一个人真正的对生活的享受的这种要求的。
难怪作为我总是说我不实实在在，挣扎着精神，从睡梦中醒来，醒来才知这个世界变化真叫快。 话快，不是我不明白，这世界变化快，不是我不明白，不是我不明白，是我不明白，世界变化快，是我不明白，世界变化快。明白，世界变化快，我不明白，世界变化快。
While he awaits a decision on the fate of the tour, Sui Zhen visits Beijing Art College to meet friends in a struggling rock group, Tang Dynasty. Rock bands in China have a hard time finding opportunities to play or even to practice in the face of official disapproval.
我觉得投机分子在很传统，在中国这种传统里边，好像是个贬义词，认为在投机分子是没有原则的人，他们是在不断的去谋求自己个人的所利，所以说他们不断的放弃原则，他们一会儿这样一会儿那样，这是所谓投机分子概念。但是从我是干这个职业的，我觉得，反正从我个人角度，我觉得我个人理解，我有了机会就要表现我自己的力量，有了机会表现我的欲望，都是通过机会去表现的，没有机会我们肯定也不可能表现出来。
这没有这种比我们凶啊！他们那操是不是？什么地方人？他主要踢了一个。
6 weeks after its suspension, the rest of the tour was cancelled by the authorities, and Sui Zhen was banned from all further public performances. His first album was withdrawn from sale. His lyrics are being investigated.
.但是可以有一个
长征嘛，长征就是不可能特别顺利。你看，你肯定知道，听说过没见过的，你说的那个长征，是我们老前辈的长征，很苦嘛，被人追着打。这可能这是真正摇滚乐要表现的东西，否则的话，我们不去弹吉他了，我们光说话就可以了。为什么我们要弹吉他？为什么我们要给钱？为什么我们要说很多话不是用直接说出来的？就是因为我们搞的是摇滚乐，这就是我们的长征。很多话是不能用嘴说出来的。音乐嘛，嘴说出来的时候就两种说法，因为语言总是有这种区别。我可以跟这个人说话是一种感觉，可以跟另外一个人说话又是，可以跟中国人说话一种感觉，跟领导说话一种感觉。跟外国人说话一种感觉，跟自己的女朋友说话一感觉，跟自己说话一感觉，不一样。但是只有音乐是只有一种感觉，就是我们自己是真的。我们要做的新长征就是把这个东西做出来。
10 to 5 today, Peter Ross talks to prize-winning novelist Margaret Simons.
When Carole King came to world attention as a solo performer with her album Tapestry in 1971, she was already 10 years into a remarkable career as a songwriter. She and lyricist Jerry Goffin wrote some of the best-known songs of the 1960s, and if there is a canon of pop music classics, Carole King certainly helped create it. In Colour of Your Dreams, we meet Carole King at home talking about her songwriting.
VH 1 to 1.
3, 4. Let's go into it. When the jazz man's testifying, a faithless man believes he can sing you into paradise or bring you to your knees. People ask me, how do you write a song? What comes first, the music or the lyrics? You know, all these questions. Every song comes in a different way. Some songs are in my head for a really long time, and I don't know they're there. Other songs I actually work on, and I know I'm working on them. Glad you play that and not me, because I can't play that. Monkees. Original record by the Monkees. When I wrote the song, that riff wasn't in it. So I don't even know who came up with it. Do you know the name of the guitar player who wrote it?
Whoever the session guitar player was.
Immortal. Immortalized, and we don't even know who he is. So far away when I was on James Taylor's sort of half a tour, a few appearances, set of appearances before the Sweet Baby James album. But you're so far away. One more song about moving along the highway. Can't say much of anything that's new. Being close to you, but you're so far away. And I love where that song has gone. It's just gone all over the place. Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel sun inspired. One of the greatest experiences I ever had as a songwriter was having Aretha Franklin sing this song. And all these years since then, I was like 1964, 65, somewhere around there, I had not met her. And I got to meet her at the inauguration. Because you make me feel
now. And I said, well, I'm so glad to meet you. I wanted to thank you for, singing the song. She says, well, I'm really glad to meet you, honey. Thank you for, writing it for me. And it was really cool to meet her. But because I do this song a lot, I try to find different ways to sing it and not make mistakes like that. So I play with the melody a lot, and I wind up not doing it by the usual melody some of the time. So I do something like this. When my soul was in the lost and found, you came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me till your kiss helped me name it, and so on. It just makes it more fun. But then I like to do it for the audience as well, because the audience likes it because they're familiar with the way it's done. So I get the audience to join me, which also makes it fun. And then I go, you make me feel. We Love Me Tomorrow had a lot of lives. It was written in the early 60s by Jerry Goffin and myself for the Shirelles. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? I actually wrote the string arrangement for that record, and it was the first string arrangement I ever wrote, so it was really dumb, and I guess that's why we were dun 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 dun. And then I recorded it on the Tapestry album. The last time I did it, I just got tired of doing it, all the old ways, and I just sat down at the piano and said, okay, how's it gonna come out? And it kind of came out sort of acoustic, like this. Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is love I can't be sure of. Who's following my curveball? So tell me now, and I won't ask again, baby. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me? I can't believe I'm doing this. Tomorrow. I cannot believe I'm doing that. See, I never know how this stuff is going to come out. I mean, sometimes I sit down and I have no idea what's going to come out. But then when I like something, I just hope it's being recorded. And this time it was, wasn't it? Yes! This is the one I faked playing guitar on stage. I'm busted. Oh, bum, bum, dum, dum, dum. Just go. When you complain and criticize, I feel I'm nothing in your eyes. Makes me feel just like giving up, because my best just ain't good enough. I wanna provide for you and do all the things that you want. Gerry Goffin is who I wrote all the old hits with, you know, back in the dark ages. And we have written together through the years. We used to be married. We had 2 children, and you know, we still have all those songs, though we haven't been married for a long time. We still have this writing relationship. When this old world starts getting me down, and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift right into space. This one had many lives too. It was first recorded by the Drifters in the 60s, and James Taylor did it, and I've also done it. But it keeps coming back, and that's so neat about the life of a song. It just keeps coming back. They're like your children, only they never grow old. Something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we've just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. I see that there is a dark side to the world, and that maybe being comfortable with the fact that there's a dark side can help us overcome obstacles and darkness and become more full of light and balance both. I think darkness gives people soul, and I would never ask for darkness or trouble or bad things, but life gives them to you, so you have to deal with them as well. You can't just go, everything is sunshine and roses. My hippie phase. Times again for me and you, but we just can't stay together. Don't you feel it too? Still I'm glad for what we had and how I once loved you. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 it's too late. Oh, now, darling, it's too late. As I walk away, my world comes tumbling down. That's all right. I was real free on this album because I was writing the songs. I didn't know I was writing an album. I was just writing songs. It feels so good with you. It feels so right with you. But I will bring you sorrow if I stay with you. I would lay down my life for you. Lay down my life, it's full of emotions. You know, at the time of writing the song, at the time of singing it, I feel it. I find that I get very emotional. I mean, it's hard not to be crying in the middle of it. And you can't sing and cry at the same time. How will you get through tomorrow? It doesn't matter. I know you will. And we'll be together forever, bound by the way we made each a heavy thought that you would lay down your life for someone. I definitely feel that way about my children and very close members of my family.
Pack of jokers get their jollies beaten up on a black.
I don't usually like to talk about my references, and I like to keep them vague so that, you know, universal, so that people can form their own opinions and things. But the one reference is clearly to the Rodney King situation.
Oh, tears falling down on me. Oh, rain washing over me. Rain washing away. Rain washing away. Wash the pain away. Rain washing away. I see you, but you don't see me. Like a ghost of the future hovering dark and dreamy. You fade in and out of the mist. Do you even exist? Except in my wishful thinking.
Wishful Thinking is on the new album, the album being Color of Your Dreams. Wishful Thinking is one of the songs that illustrates the real gamut that the album runs, because you know, we've got some more contemporary stuff, and this is like right out of the 40s. It was heavily influenced by Chet Baker.
Is it too much too soon? Am I foolishly dreaming? Just baying at the moon, playing impossible visions like an elementary tune. How I wish that I could realize my heart, but it's only wishful thinking on my part.
All I did was write each song as it came, as I felt it. And as each song, you know, came and got recorded, they just started to be a collection, and pretty soon I went, wow, this is an album. Color of Your Dreams, title song from the album, guys.
Live in the color of your dreams. Know everything you see is not quite what it seems.
Color of Your Dreams is a very positive, it's a you can do anything, you know, which is a message I'd like to give to people. You can do anything. You can do anything if you make up your mind to do it, and don't give up and work hard and keep at it. I think you can do anything.
All you gotta do is say you
will. Let's talk about Slash. The reaction I've gotten about Slash being on this album, a very few people in the beginning, you know, friends or people that knew me well or people in the industry would say, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know how your audience is going to feel about you playing with Slash. I mean, he's very heavy metal and hard rock. Well, he's more than just the Guns N' Roses sound. I mean, it's definitely a sound and a style, but he and I fit very well together musically. I would like to bring on a very special guest, a good friend of mine. Slash, come on. Slash came to the New Orleans Heritage Jazz Festival and sat in with me. Yes, it is. It's Slash. And you can see the people in the audience go, did she say Slash? Excuse me, did Slash?
You deserve the best.
Aaron Neville and I sang You've Got a Friend together. One of my all-time favorite moments in performing.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. You've got a friend.
And that was one of the most amazing experiences of my entire performing career, to be on stage singing You've Got a Friend with that angel voice.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, you got a friend. Oh, you got a friend.
It's all new, you know. I can write songs. I've done that, and I love doing it. I will always do it. I love performing. I've done that, and I will always do it. But I love new challenges, new things. It keeps you young. It keeps you alive. And I love it.
Be there, yes I will. You got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna do the ending. You've got a friend.
You know, there's a concept. Mistakes and all. You have to keep all the mistakes.
There's no choice at this point.
Are we like out of film? 1, 2, 3.
Chains. My baby's got me locked up in chains.
Oh my God, they know it.
And they ain't the kind that you can see.
You don't know who laughed.
All these chains of love got a hold on me.
Or rattle your jewelry, right?
Now believe me when I tell you, I think you're fine. I'd like to love you, but I can't break away from all of these chains. My baby's got me locked up in chains, and they ain't the kind that you can see. Oh, these chains of love got a hold on me. Yeah, fight. Oh, these chains of love got a hold on me.
That's it. I'm done.
In August this year, the first ever Angus and Robertson Book World Prize for a previously unpublished author was awarded in Melbourne. The judges were the writers Thomas Keneally, Kate Grenville and Nigel Krauth, and they gave the $10,000 award to Margaret Simons for her novel The Ruthless Garden. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
An inaugural award is always very nice, a particular sense of importance about it.
Yes.
What is so valuable about winning a prize like this? Leaving aside the $10,000, which is very nice.
Yes, well, that was very nice and very helpful. I suppose, really, given that most of the time I was writing this, I didn't think it was even going to be published. Everybody tells you that publishing first novels is impossible. So it's partly just seeing it published, but also obviously the fact that it's won a prize means it's probably the best possible start I could have as a novelist.
But you have to be interviewed by people like me. You enjoy that.
Well, it's funny because I actually earn my living as a journalist, and so I'm used to being on the other side of the notebook. I'm a print journalist. But that really doesn't prepare, I found that doesn't prepare you at all for being interviewed.
Will it change your view in the future about how you approach people?
I think it's certainly made me more aware of what makes a good and a bad interviewer. I've been quite alarmed by how poor some of the media interviews I've done have been, I suppose. I feel like intervening and saying, oh, but you should ask me this and you should ask me that.
Yes.
There have been some exceptions, of course. There have been some excellent ones as well.
Sure.
But it has been quite unnerving, really.
So what's The Ruthless Garden all about?
Well, it's set in the South Australian Riverland in a fictional town called New Era, which is between Waikerie and Barmera, in my mind. It doesn't really exist, of course. And it's about a woman called Athena who's involved in a power struggle with her lover Sam. And that power struggle also has some resonance, I suppose, with the power struggle with the land, because, of course, those communities up there are really in semi-desert country if it weren't for the river. And so the whole of civilization is maintained fairly artificially with irrigation settlements.
Yes, in fact, when the water suddenly comes out, the characteristic of the land changes, the smell changes,
that's right,
the colour changes.
Yes.
In fact,
yes.
the novel struck me as being a novel about water, about the notion of water and salinity, the fragility.
Yes, it's really about, I suppose, our tenure in the inland. Australians tend to cling to the coast a bit, and this is about our tenure in the inland, which I think's pretty important.
Did you know about this country before you went there?
Yes, I spent a lot of time there as a child and as a teenager. I was brought up in Adelaide, but my father was a very keen glider pilot, and there's a big gliding centre at Waikerie in the Riverland, and I took up gliding myself as a teenager, so I spent just about every weekend.
So you had a
on holiday.
bird's eye view of that country?
That's right, which is very important, and it's quite a dramatic view from the air as well, because you've got the little green geometric irrigation settlements against very red sand, and then the river, of course, is just very sort of Mississippi-like. It really winds and meanders through that country, so it's a very dramatic view from the air. And so I've had a long connection with the landscape around there, and I always thought that that would be what I would write about when I finally got round to writing a novel, which is something I've always wanted to do.
Right. Now, this place, of course, is isolated like all towns. The main road cuts it off a bit over there somewhere. The trucks go roaring by. What happens to those communities? I mean, how do they manage?
Economically, you mean?
No, and as a social unit, though, because they seem to be so isolated.
Well, they are isolated. I mean, the region itself has got half a dozen or so towns in it, which are only 30 or 40 kilometres apart. But there is a bit of a sense of being not exactly in the middle of nowhere, but not noticed.
Not noticed?
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
And I think that's not...
Unremarked.
Unremarked, that's right, in the middle of nowhere, in a sense, but of course to the people who live there it's not the middle of nowhere, it's the middle of the universe.
Exactly, yeah.
But I don't think that's particular just to that region. I think that's particular to rural Australia. I don't think there's a great deal of understanding of rural Australia in cities.
That's a part of our urban arrogance, perhaps.
Well, indeed, yes. I mean, I actually think that the country has a much better understanding of the city than the city does of the country.
But isn't it true the country people have, in a way, more time, they're more reflective?
I think they are, yes. I mean, one thing that strikes me, I've got a lot of friends who live in the country who come visit me in the city sometimes, and they're very open to the things the city has to offer. They go around drinking it all up and listening and looking, and in a way that's very refreshing. If I go to the country with my city friends, usually all they can do is sneer and be patronising, which is very depressing, I think.
Get rid of some of your friends, that's all I can suggest. Tell me, you've written about this microscopic society in a small part of Australia, and that seems to me to be a very good thing. In other words, we're now beginning to realise that we can celebrate our regions. It doesn't have to be the coast, it doesn't have to be metropolitan life.
Yes, I think that's very important. I mean, in the book I've tried to draw some metaphors between the inland, not the fringes of the coast, and internal life, I suppose, or internal reflections. And I do think that as a country we really have to look to the inland, which in all of our literature is seen as being hostile, ruthless, and actually come to have a bit of a different relationship with it, see it in a different way.
We've sort of been nurtured on the notion of the hostile hinterland and the fact that we have no real ownership of it.
Yes.
So we're very ambivalent about it, aren't we?
Oh, I think so, yes. And most Australians don't really know it. And I guess most Australians have got the experience of sort of getting into a car in Melbourne or in Sydney and driving across the continent. Australia is probably the only place, apart from the United States, where you could actually do that, where you could actually make a road movie if you wanted to.
Sure, yeah.
And that really is the main experience that most urban dwellers have of the inland, a long drive, stopping at a service station or perhaps a town, spending a few hours there. But the places in between aren't really anywhere. They're just so many hours from Sydney or so many hours from Perth or whatever.
As illustrated by this piece of prose here, would you mind reading from your prize-winning book?
Okay. Athena began the drive home, her body oozing sweat and blood. Turning onto the highway, she had to stop and give way to a convoy of trucks. Great chrome monsters with windscreen eyes, bearing down at ferocious speed, flailing her car with gravel. To them, she thought, this place is nowhere, just an anonymous spot on a boring highway. The distances were not even measured in kilometres, but in hours. New Era was not a place. It was just 3 hours from Adelaide. A truck on the highway between cities was nowhere, in transit, hung between departure and destination in no man's land. Out here, the trucks seemed so angry, but once they reached the city, they would slow down and obey traffic lights, pause for pedestrians and become calmer. Only when they got back to the fringe, to the wet edges of the continent, could they afford to be less savage and stop the breakneck flight from the panic of the interior.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, country towns always strike me as having a backdrop of a slight roar of traffic some little way off.
Yes, that's right, that's right. And at night, of course, it really booms. When the air is still, it sounds quite strange.
How's it going to change your journalism, do you imagine?
How's it going to change it? Well, I think I've probably become a more reflective journalist from writing this. I think probably the experience of actually writing it and learning all the things about writing that I've learnt through doing it is more significant necessarily than the winning the prize in terms of my journalism. I think I'm much more interested these days in the way that language can be used to get points across rather than necessarily breaking the next story or whatever. My editor might be distressed to hear that, but...
They will be, they will be. But do you think other journalists should be given a sabbatical every so often to go away and write a book?
Oh yes, well not necessarily to write a book, but I do think in Australia journalists are much in need of sabbaticals, not necessarily to write books, though that as well, but to travel as well and to realise, get a bit of perspective on Australia's place in the world, I suppose.
Do you find places like New Era, this fictional place, was it ever an exile for you? Did you ever feel that you were doing something to yourself that was slightly negative?
No, not really. I realise in retrospect that what I did was back myself into a corner. I resigned from my job, which was going quite well, to write the book, and I moved to the country. And I put myself into a position where if I didn't do it, then what the hell was I doing with my life?
Yeah.
So I backed myself into a corner to some degree. But I think that was quite deliberate because, of course, every journalist always says they're going to write a novel.
But it worked.
It worked, exactly.
Splendid.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed for being with me.
Thank
you.
I
wish the great sales for the Ruthless Garden.
Thank you very much.
Good. Margaret Simons' novel, Ruthless Garden, is published by Angus and Robertson. And our next book chat will be 2 weeks from now when we talk to young first-time novelist Christopher Cyril. Next week on Sunday afternoon, we're bringing you a special program focusing on design and architecture. Now it's time for our drama with episode 3 of The Woman in White from the novel by Wilkie Collins.